Welcome to Source Not Found, a show about the worst versions of your favorite things. Every other week, we take an IP, franchise, or fandom and examine it solely through its sequels, spin-offs, and side projects. Basically anything but the source material. My name is Boll, and I am lighting a cigar in a rainstorm.
And I'm Brandon June, and I just want you all to know, Freerun Season 2 is out. It's begun. I could have come home from work and watched a new episode of Freerun, but instead, I watched this for all of you. I'm fishing here for just, something. No validation.
Nope.
Nothing.
I watched it too, bud.
Yeah, you did. That's true. All right, we're in this together.
I could have been continuing to play Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty. But no, it was not
okay,
to be.
Let's do this. Right energy. I do this for the love of the game. I'm Brandon June, and I don't like no Captain Kirk jokes.
and I'm Boll, and Clint Howard? What are you doing here?
What was he doing there?
Hi, everybody. We're taking it back. We're taking it back. We're talking about not friend of the show, not enemy of the show, mainstay of the show, Boll.
Mainstay of the show. We don't want to be enemies with this man because he wants
come
to
on
fist fight his fans.
Yeah.
So imagine what declared enemies get.
I feel I will be. I was trying to say he would come at you.
Yeah.
Or he would get on you, and instead I accidentally said he'll come on you. And
did you just say that?
Yeah, I don't feel great about that.
Where am I that I didn't catch it? This is the follow-up question.
Yeah.
We're in this together. Skiffle and Jizz. Patrons know.
Patrons know Skiffle and Jizz.
If you pay us once a month, you'll understand that. You get to hear all about that.
So this episode, we're talking about the October 10, 2003 release, House of the Dead, loosely based on the 1998 video game of the same name. Very, very loose. There's a house. 1996. That's my bad.
Oh, I mean, I didn't even know. I just was rolling with it because, I don't remember when those came out in the arcades. I know that the original is on the Saturn.
Yep.
And I had the second game on the Sega Dreamcast as a child.
I also had the second game on Dreamcast, yeah.
Did you really? Hell yeah.
Yeah, I fucking love that game, man.
So I've played the first House of the Dead here and there at arcades over the years, but I knew the second game the best. Mm-hmm. And I don't think I've played any since then, honestly.
No, I was honestly more of a Time Crisis boy.
For sure. Yeah, it's a better game. But
if I saw House of the Dead and they didn't have Time Crisis, I was probably going to play some House of the Dead.
Yeah. The world of House of the Dead is kind of more my shit, right?
Yeah,
gnarly
definitely.
Monsters and creepy house, but having the cover mechanic in Time Crisis, whether it's the pedal in the arcade or on your gun con at home, having the front buttons on your gun con, that's sick.
Yeah.
That
was
very
really
fun.
good.
There's just more to it, But House of the Dead's a good time. It's a good game. It's a bad story.
Yes.
Honestly, as I was watching this, you know what? No expectations. No expectations because we've seen 2 other Uwe Boll films. So I came in just expecting nothing. And then also, what is the best case scenario for a team of, a vision of actual, established experience and merit in the medium of cinema coming to House of the Dead? What could it possibly be? Because the original games are I didn't even remember the story really. There's a doctor doing experiments on dead shit, and I don't know, just shoot it, just shoot the shit.
Yeah,
they're
shoot the dead
machetes and axes at you. It's fine.
Shoot the zombies. The end.
Yeah, there's water zombies and there's axe zombies and there's big armored headless zombies and I don't know.
The little flying Batman. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you talking about Judgment, the first boss from House of the Dead 2, which makes an appearance in this movie?
Kind
of. More on that later.
So
there's not much more to say.
No, not really. As always, I'm going to start with the numbers.
Yeah.
House of the Dead released October 10, 2003. Budget? Guess.
I think I know. Is it $7 million?
$12 million.
I guess I don't know. $12 million. Okay. So I'm trusting. I read IMDb reviews. I have those as usual. And somebody said 7 million, and I just took them at their word. First mistake.
Maybe the movie for 7 million, and then splicing in images from the video game was another $5 million. Yeah.
Here's another theory, though. Hang with me. What if the person in the IMDb review section? What if they're mistaken? Like, they could be wrong. It's like a wild concept. We haven't seen much of that in the past, but they might be relaying incorrect information.
You know what? Maybe they had a hot, happy meal and were distracted by the woman in blue.
Maybe. The woman in red, white, and blue. Liberty.
Yes, Liberty.
She's
man,
cool.
I can't believe she went out like a chump, though. That really pissed me off. Anyway.
Yeah.
Budget $12 million. Opening weekend $5.5 million.
Mm-hmm.
This is where it really sucks for them.
Okay.
North America gross $10 million. So only double its opening weekend. Worldwide gross $14 million.
Is that bad for them, or is that like everything's going according to plan? Because if it doesn't, isn't there like some tax loophole that they're exploiting if the movie doesn't gross enough? I feel like that's the available operation. I don't know. That's my theory.
A drop off of making a third of your worldwide gross in your opening weekend. That is insane.
I mean, word got out quick. I remember, it became an immediate, notoriously one of the worst movies of all time, the worst video game adaptation. And I don't know if I'm going to blow your mind here. I don't know that I agree.
I don't know if I agree either. It sucks.
Yeah?
It is absolute dog shit. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any more numbers?
Yeah. So the weekend it was released, it was number 6.
Okay.
The other movies, Kill Bill Volume 1, School of Rock, Good Boy, don't know that one, Intolerable Cruelty, and Out of Time, which I also don't know.
I know 3 of those. Intolerable Cruelty, that's the Coen brothers, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I saw that once. And then the other 2, School of Rock and Kill Bill. Yeah. I mean,
great films.
It's a question of which one. Kill Bill, yes. But School of Rock, that deserves
a good movie
to watch. That's a great movie. Yeah.
Those are my numbers.
Okay. Here's my number. Number 1 out of 3. We have seen 3 Uwe Boll films.
Yeah.
This is the most fun I've had in an Uwe Boll movie experience thus far. I don't know how you feel.
Yes.
Yeah?
I agree with you on that. Okay. I'm going to say something that may be a little contentious, so just kind of stick with me. There is a great performance in this movie.
I'm listening.
His name is Jürgen Prochnow.
Mm-hmm.
He is fucking brilliant in this movie.
Who is that?
The captain, Kirk.
Okay, I thought that sounds like Captain Kirk, but I'm not sure.
It is.
Also, yes, the captain, the boat captain in the movie his name is Captain Kirk.
And yeah, they use it as a one-off joke, but he is the only person that I genuinely enjoyed watching in this entire movie. He is awesome.
The douche energy in this movie is off the fucking Richter scale.
It is.
It's a fucking toolbox. I couldn't take it. From the very first scene, I hate everybody.
Yeah.
Except the captain. Yeah, he's great. Actually, that was the first moment because set up just people trying to go to a rave on an island. But we got a party of 5, right? Was it 4 or 5? Simon, Greg,
it's 5.
Charity, Cynthia. Shit.
Angela?
Angela?
Alicia.
Okay.
I don't know the other name.
You did better than I did. The only reason I got Greg and Simon is because I said it aloud so many times. And also just like, oh, I've been told both of your names, but like, you're the same asshole.
Yeah. And then don't forget about Rudy, our main character.
That's true. He shows up later.
He doesn't really, I was going to say, our main protagonist doesn't really show up until 25 minutes into the movie.
He does do voiceover narration from the outset, like completely unnecessary narration. So like we have our crew of... Dude,
there is a lot of unnecessary, a lot of things in this movie.
You might say the entire movie is unnecessary. We got them showing up. They're trying to get to this rave on this island, the secret party island, right? They show up to the dock late. You have dialogue between the characters that establishes that. One of them says, but the boat leaves at 5, which someone counters with, I don't remember the characters, like who said what. And if you remember,
Simon,
why have you devoted your brain space? Okay, so why have you devoted your brain space to that? It's 5:15 now. Oh, we're so fucked. I have just listened to that interaction between characters on the screen. We have established collectively. The boat's gone. They are late. At which point the voiceover narration kicks in. They missed the boat to the rave. Yeah. It's almost like satirical. It's almost like a Ron Howard style, like Arrested Development, like self-parody kind of thing. But no, it's like completely earnest. Like, we just need to make sure that the audience realize that they're fucking late. They need to find another way to get to Party Island. At which point they find Captain Kirk and, oh shit, raincoat, hook hand, Clint Howard. Speaking of Ron Howard.
Salish.
His brother.
Yep.
Who, brings a little bit of life to the screen. He's got some goofy energy.
He has some energy, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's life. He's alive. They got some banter between him and the captain, but yeah, he says his name is Captain Kirk, and one of the Simon, Greg,
Simon,
Gryman. Gryman. Let's go with Gryman. Gryman, one of them, makes like a reference, and he stabs his big knife into like the side of the boat. I don't like no Captain Kirk jokes. And I actually laughed at that. Like, I laughed at a thing in the movie, not because it was ridiculous or bad or like didn't achieve its intended aim. I laughed at a setup and a delivery of a line intended for humor. And like, I don't think I've had that experience in an Uwe Boll film until now. Like,
no,
I laughed at the
agree.
thing. Yeah, I don't know if you had this experience. I don't know if I'm just easy to please these days. I thought it was good. I thought the captain was good. He's funny. He's got some good timing.
I really enjoyed every time Alicia corrected Simon. Like, they make it obvious at one point. They're like, yeah, he's really, really pretty, but he doesn't have anything between his ears. And at one point he's like, man, this house has been here for millennia. And she looks at him and she goes, centuries. And he's like, oh, whatever. And I'm like, that's actually pretty fucking funny.
He's America's top underwear model. And
he also was reading the map upside down like the entire time.
That was good.
Just, there are little bits in this movie that are fun and funny. Yeah. But there's also a lot in this movie that, the amount of times you said, he said, in your whole like setup to this movie getting started, the amount of goddamn ADR in this movie made me want to strangle something. The entire time Erica Durance is on screen before she goes skinny dipping without her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Not a single one of her words lines up with the way her mouth moves.
Yeah.
It's like someone like did a bad dub over her own fucking native language.
Well, at least the film is so visually pleasing to look at, though, if they don't get the sound quite right. Actually, to your point, like, it's about the same point. I want to say one of the first scenes where like there's a couple characters on the dock, and I'm just like looking at how the shot is framed, and it's like the most amateur shit. It looks like, because like it's from a weird angle, and like no one is framed well, and it's like this really long cut of just like three people on a dock and just like talking, and like it's just really poorly composed as like a scene. It's like most of this movie looks like an amateur just picked up a camcorder and like shot the commercial for like a local business with no artistic standards. Like one of those like local commercials made by like the owner of the 3 like furniture resale warehouses, like, you know what I mean? Like in rural Virginia. Yeah, it's like that. It's a lot of that. But that skinny dipping scene, it's just Jaws.
Yeah, exactly right.
To like down to like for a second, like, are they just ripping off Jaws? And they're like, oh, they're going for and they do it more than once in this movie. Like they're going for a reference.
Yeah.
Because you got like her going skinny dipping. You've got Walmart brand Neil Patrick Harris like getting drunk and like passing out.
Yeah.
On the sand. And then like you got the same shot like underwater coming up, like looking at her legs from below, like shark perspective. And she even gets like pulled under at some point, right? It's like, oh, it's down to like the moment. But then there's a twist. She gets out. She goes back to the beach and he's gone. She survived. Like what a clever twist on an old favorite formula.
And they do the same thing when Cynthia's in the tent and you have like all of the zombies starting to surround the tent, and they have the shadows on the tent wall, like a Dawn of the Dead sort of situation.
Mm.
Like there are a few like references and homages to various and sundry horror movies.
Are you referring to the almost sex scene between Greg and Cynthia? Are you talking about the scene where they start making out on the stage and it's about to rain? And he says, let's go somewhere where we won't get wet. And she says, too late.
Yeah.
And he picks her up and takes her into the tent and he throws her down. And as he's pulling down his pants, he says aloud, let's do the humpity bumpity. And then he says, as he continues to take down his pants, for a second time, the humpity bumpity.
Now, I just want to point something out. The actor who is playing Greg has been in all 3 movies that we have seen of Uwe Boll.
Oh my God. I remember him in Blood right now.
Yeah, with the soul patch?
Yeah. Well, who was he in Alone in the Dark, though?
He was one of the soldiers.
Okay. That's why I don't remember him. Like, did he show up during the Butt Rock bullet storm?
Yes, he did.
Okay. Yeah. All I remember is bullets. I like in that moment, I was just like, you all deserve everything that's going to happen to you.
Humpity bumpity.
How is he about to get laid? He threw up on her face on the boat and was not like remorseful about it. Like he just like threw up in her face and everyone like he gets seasick on the ride to the island. Throws up on her face and everyone laughs. I'm like, what the fuck is this friend group? Like no one comes to help her. He threw up all over her. And then he says that shit twice and he's still gonna get laid. Just fucking eat them alive, all of them, please.
Which they do.
Yeah. Can we just talk about the rave real quick? Okay, because like the whole setup for this movie is like they got to get to this awesome rave on this secret party island, right? They miss the boat.
It is lame as fuck. Oh my God.
They find Captain Kirk like, oh, we got to get to this island, and he ends up charging them like $1,000 to get there, right? They get to this fucking rave. I want to say there's maybe 60 people there.
If that.
Like you could comfortably seat the entire rave at an Applebee's.
And they would all be so at home.
They also like the first scene of the rave, and it's Liberty. She's like dancing on stage or whatever. And it's the lamest like parking lot ass like fucking Juggalo convention kind of rave. It's fucking dog shit.
You know what it reminded me of, like the first Fast and Furious movies, where they're at like the car show before the race, and it zooms in on the girls dancing, and then it like zooms out to like somebody lifting a hood of a car, and it's just like car parts, and then it zooms to another woman dancing. That's this without the cars. Same amount of people, probably.
And then it also zooms onto the giant Sega banner on the back of the stage. And like, as I'm watching it, like, I was wondering, like, were there conversations at Sega headquarters? Like, hey, are we allowed to like send a cease and desist to our own like official adaptation? Like, we sanctioned this, but can we send them a cease and desist anyway? Because like, we don't want our logo there in this
directly in
situation.
front of the first situation of gratuitous boobs.
Yeah. Yeah, we have like 3 in a row, I want to say. Well, definitely 2. Because like, there's none of them are like sex scenes.
It's
Is it
3?
3?
Yeah.
None of them are like sex scenes, but like you have the beach scene we mentioned, and she pulls off her shirt to go skinny dipping. Mostly, I guess she leaves the bottom
Her
on.
bottom's on.
Yeah. And then like you have that scene play out, and then it's immediately like the next scene is another like beginning of a sex scene with more boobs. Oh, and then you have Cynthia washing her
shirt off, yeah.
But yeah, but then we have another couple, right? They're about to, I don't even remember. I just remember like thinking like, wow, like 2 about to get murdered like teenage sex scenes in a row, like back to back.
Yeah.
Just like all the hits, all the horror movie hits are here.
But yeah, this rave looks like it sucks.
Dude, so they show up and like everyone's dead, right? Like when they finally get to the rave, like no one's here. Everyone's like everything's wrecked. And Cynthia's like, fine, more for us. And I'm like, because she says like, we'll just like, we got the dance floor to ourselves. We'll just dance the night away. Like, did you pay $1,000 to come dance by yourself? Like, why come?
You paid $1,000 in the early aughts for a very brief boat ride.
And it seems like they came a long way. Like they road tripped all the way here. They took a fucking ferry and they get to the island and like, oh, no one's here. Well, that's fine. Like, what did you? No one's here. And you don't seem disappointed. Like, we got the dance floor to ourselves. Like, why not just stay home?
Yeah.
You can dance in your living room. You got the whole place to yourselves. You don't have to share the dance floor with any other party goers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you have the classic horror movie trope of them splitting the party, right?
Yeah. For 0 reason.
For no reason whatsoever.
Yep. Like, they don't even, like, we're not saying, like, the reasons aren't good. They don't give you any.
Greg gets locked in a porta potty. So he's covered in shit for almost the entire film. Cynthia gets murked.
Yep.
And then we find out that, we didn't even mention that the Coast Guard is after Captain Kirk, because he smuggles.
Not Coast Guard. I didn't want to interrupt you, but the United States Marine Patrol.
My bad. I had no idea who they were.
They say it loud and clear multiple times. This is the United States Marine Patrol.
Well, they are in the water.
Yeah, no, it all checks out.
And her name is Casper, which I like.
She's cool.
And yeah, that's okay. So before we get into some of the other shit, let's finish the rundown of the movie. People start dying. They find out that this entire island is chock-a-block full of the undead. And their job is to get back to the boat or just to get off the island in general.
Mm-hmm.
And along the way, maybe find out what's happening and why. That's it. That's the movie.
Yeah.
Kids get to island infested by zombies. Kid need get off island.
Run around, find a couple surviving kids from the rave. They team up. Party numbers grow. Party numbers shrink once more.
Okay, so let's get into shit we hated. Because I've got one big one to start off with.
Okay, what you got?
Nope, 2 big ones, actually. We'll go with the first one, is basically Greg's death scene, the chase.
Yeah.
Where they do an early version of Quicksilver running in the X-Men Days of Future Past movies, where Uwe Boll decides to put a camera attached to Greg right in front of his fucking face blur everything around him, and he's running through the forest. And so the camera is just shaking on this dude's face, and he's trying to look scared, but I think he's too busy, like, actually kind of having a good time. So he looks like he's actually having a nice little jaunt through the forest. And then it switches to the same camera angle, but in front of a goddamn zombie.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. When are we getting to the part that you hate? Because I'm just hearing great shit.
It was a choice, man. And here's the thing that I hated. As someone who has had a seizure in the past, one, I hated that whole camera sequence. That fucking sucked for me.
That's fair.
But as someone who has had a seizure in the past, the end of the fight scene of them trying to get to the church, where it's just probably a full 2 minutes of 1 second screen grabs flashing on the screen.
Yeah. Where you just like in fast forward watch the entire movie you just watched.
Yeah.
Like with like half-second frames. Yep.
There was a brief moment where I genuinely became afraid. Not of the movie, but of being like, please don't do this. Like, oh no.
That's the Uwe Boll magic. If you aren't frightened narratively by his horror film, he will find a way stylistically, visually, to so assault your senses that you will walk away with a feeling of fear.
Yes.
Yeah. Going back to the Greg situation, you know what I love about that is that that's another, they split the party multiple times. And that's the moment where Casper is like, Greg, you're coming with me because you're useless. She basically says that, like, you're not good for anything. You can't do anything here. Come with me. She brings the useless man with her. She's got the guns. He's basically unarmed.
He has a pistol.
He can't really defend himself.
And a grenade. He has a grenade
That's
on
true.
his vest.
Okay. He's got one little pistol, right? She's got an arsenal. They run into zombies, at which point she says, Greg, run, get out of here. As she just like posts up and pretty effectively defends her position because of her immense firepower. He runs by himself off into the woods with his fucking pistol and one grenade and gets destroyed, like gets ripped apart after selfie cam. And yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't really have any thoughts on that. Just that situation. No one does anything for any real reason. Just like, why is he running? Why are you leaving her? Like, shouldn't you stay together and you have more guns and you can better like fend off? No, just run. Why? Just run. Because it's something that I should say in this moment. Greg, run.
Even when someone does something like self-sacrificing, they do it in a way to absolutely fuck over the survivors.
That's true. Yeah. Yep. Actually, wait, I just realized I have the answer to my question. Never mind. Comment retracted. Because I remembered now why we get him running off into the woods by himself. And it's because Jaws wasn't enough. We need to also reenact that wonderful scene from The Fellowship of the Ring, where the hobbits hide under like the carved out earth below like the big tree, and the Nazgul like, comes up and it's like sniffing the air. It does that. It does that whole sequence with Greg hiding under a tree.
Yeah, yeah, it's really effective.
It's so fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's so effective as a cinematic set piece.
I love it too, because like he, you know, you got like the zombie come up and like sniff the air and then move on, and like he crawls out like, oh, he's in the clear, and then he immediately steps on a tree branch, runs down like a hill, and gets surrounded on all sides, and they just tear into him.
So, okay.
It's great.
Question. How do these zombies work?
I don't know.
Because some of them seem to have like full-on human intelligence.
Yeah.
And some of them seem completely animalistic. Cool, rad, awesome.
I don't know what you want from me right now. As you pose the question, like, I'm not trying to be a stick in the mud, but like, I felt like physically, like, not on just like a mental level, but like, do you ever just lose interest in a topic so quickly that like you feel like almost like your aircraft is like descending down to earth? Like you feel like a loss of pressure. Like I felt that physically. The idea of trying to understand anything about how the zombies function in this film.
All of a sudden your ears pop. You're like, oh, thank you.
Like, fuck, I'm still podcasting? Wait. Did I nod off? I thought we just took off. Oh, I slept through the whole flight. Oh, shit. Okay. I don't fucking know, man. I don't know how they work in the video game. I don't like even the big twist at the end is like, oh, he's Dr. Curian or whatever. Like, he's the doctor. And I had to look up, like, okay, that name sounds familiar. Like, oh, that's the doctor from House of the Dead that did the research to make the zombies. Who gives a shit? Like, nobody.
And the big reveal that Rudy is descended from the dude.
Oh, right, yeah.
Big fucking deal.
Okay, I think I was trying to figure out why I like this better than the other Boll films, right? Because it's not good. There's like nothing good. But it's like, I didn't have much fun watching the other Uwe Boll movies. Not even like a hate watching level. Like it wasn't even fun as a bad movie. Even like I was like passively watching drunk Michael Madsen on that horse in Blood Rain. Like I'm just not deriving any joy from this. But I'm not going to lie. Like I was entertained by this pretty consistently throughout the film. Like I was laughing my ass off at a couple just outlandishly stupid, wild camera effects and like just the stupidity of so much of this movie. Like it actually was fun as a bad movie. And I was wondering, is it because like there's a structural familiarity with it being like a horror film? Like it's following formulaic beats, but like that familiarity can be kind of inviting for a viewer. You know what I mean? Like Blood Rain and Alone in the Dark, like structurally, like I don't know what they are, like as a film. So I feel very like unmoored or like alienated as a viewer. Like I don't have any handholds. Whereas like this is like dumb kids go to island, place is haunted, this person dies, next person dies, sex scene. Like, you know, just
right.
I guess with that, when you drop in all of the badness into this structure, you can sort of compare it against and like think about it in terms of its relationship to this formula and when it's achieved well. And I don't know. I think it's like you're able to enjoy it more. At least I was. Because I have an immediate connection to like the structure of the film. I'm not just like so alienated by it. And I think there's something like that going on.
Sure. I think I would agree with you if some of the more like fun and interesting ideas were actually stuck with.
Mm-hmm.
Like when the last fight, the quote unquote last fight scene, the big shootout begins, it goes full video game.
Oh yeah.
Like it does almost like character creation / selection screens.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, that's interesting. And like when Liberty dies, there's almost a character death screen with like her image from the character creation part of it, and then red going across the screen because she gets killed. They only do that twice.
Yeah. Yeah. I expected to see it more. Like, this is going to be a continuing thing each time a character dies.
Because fucking everybody else basically dies. Like, I thought it would have been a fun choice if it did it with everybody.
Yeah.
But it just didn't stick with it.
I got to back you up, though.
Okay.
Because you're now talking about the scene of the movie. I think it's about 6 minutes long. It's when you have your final 7 survivors. Like, they pull out all of the... There's a reason that the United States Marine Patrol was on Captain Kirk's ass, followed him to this island. He was smuggling shit. And he's got crates of, like, fucking he could outfit like a mercenary force. There are so many goddamn guns.
Brandon, it's not crates.
No, I'm sorry. Wait. Yeah,
it's a single. It's a single fucking crate, my guy.
It is Jesus with the fucking fish and loaf of bread to feed the many. Like, it's one crate, but the guns are infinite.
They just keep coming, man.
You see why I want to pluralize it. Yes, it's one easily manageable, carryable crate by one person, but the untold treasures within.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a crate of guns.
It's like a crate of holding from D&D. Like it's a separate dimensional holding space.
Yes. They go out to make their final stand in front of the titular house, the House of the Dead. We get a pretty badass scene of them all like in a line, like the vanguard, coming into this infested zombie situation, guns cocked and ready. And then you hear the first notes of a badass rap rock soundtrack. Now, I don't want to get knocked. I don't want to get donked with the copyright infringement. So just here's a little taste. Here's what you hear as they step out. My heart feels no pain. My soul feels no shame. Who survives the rain? They're the ones with no game. They bring it and they swing it and it makes me laugh. So I unleash the wrath of a lyrical bloodbath. Fear in their eyes, ignorant or wise. Papa had the lies to escape the prophesy. Man of mayhem, monk to madman, putting out the lights of the scam. I am fury, bringer of the vengeance, coming at you hard, trigger fingers relentless. I am fuming, bringer of the vengeance. Will you hide or will you bear witness? Fury, bringer of the vengeance in the house of the dead, trigger fingers relentless. I am fuming, bringer of the vengeance. Will you hide or will you bear witness? It fucking rules. That is, just so you know, that is Black Tiger, born Urs Bauer, the first rapper to rap in a Swiss-German dialect, namely Basel German.
Huh.
An original track for the film, as far as I know. It's very hard to do research. There's very little information I could find out about this. It's fucking awesome. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Okay. And that scene,
I did not know if you were serious
talking about this shootout, huh?
I honestly didn't know if you were serious about it being fucking awesome.
No, it's fucking awesome. I'm so serious. There are so many choices in this 6 minutes of film. You've got that going in the background the entire time until at some point it like switches back to royalty free rave. But like while the rap rock, like butt rock hybrid is going, you've got like the thing he likes to do in this movie, which is like plant the camera on like, I don't even know, like some kind of 360 rotation device and just like swing around the character like wildly to the point where like I felt motion sick.
I have a trivia about that later. It's fucking wild.
I can't wait. Like you've got cameras going fucking everywhere. It's just all over the place. But there's one scene in particular. Oh shit, which character is this? I don't know. Who's what is her name that survives like to the end? That Rudy revives.
That is Alicia.
Alicia, thank you. Okay. I think it's her. You got her like coming up on the house and you got an axe-wielding dead zombie dude and he jumps out of the window of the dead house, right? As he jumps out, it cuts. It does the thing that happens throughout this movie where they like intersperse like second-long shots of the video game of just like someone firing at a zombie in the video game. It cuts from him to, I think it's the first boss character in the House of the Dead 2, which is Judgment, which is like the big armored like behemoth thing with no head and like the little gremlin that flies around and controls him.
Yes.
And it seems to be making a connection between him and that character because he's also like wielding an axe, and I think that character throws like axes at you or like hatchets or whatever. No resemblance. This is like a lightly make-up zombie man. That is an enormous like headless armored behemoth creature with a flying gremlin, but it seems to want to connect the two. He jumps out of the window. The camera cuts back to Alicia's perspective. Slow motion. He flips forward Like we have the camera like planted behind her. So we're seeing all this like kind of from her like over the shoulder perspective. He flips forward. She jumps into the air. Bullet time style like freeze frame. Camera swooshes 90 degrees to her right. Then zoom in on the barrel of the gun. The shell explodes out. The camera like rocket pans alongside it as it like explodes into buckshot. Little pellets. They hit his zombie body. The camera rockets another 90 degrees back behind him to like sort of receive him into the frame as he like flies towards the viewers. It fucking rocks. It's I was like watching this, like, this is why this movie, like, I remember Alone in the Dark doing shit like this. I don't know. For some reason here, it's like this outlandish stupidity is just hitting tonight. I don't know why. That was fucking awesome.
For some reason, everything that was done in Alone in the Dark that didn't works here. And I don't know why.
That's what I was trying to figure out. That's why, like, my theory was like, there's a familiar structure that it slots into, and you can sort of like have fun and like with the horror tropes, right? There's something there to like latch onto. With like, I don't know what Alone in the Dark is. It's like you're watching Christian Slater walk around in his duster, and then there's like butt rock bullet storming for 30 minutes at the end, and like I don't even know what happened in between. But here, it's like this is something like this is a horror film. You know, I can kind of evaluate it as such. It's a bad horror movie. I love also, like, after that scene, like, they just sort of gave up at a certain point. Like, a lot of the I gotta, I guess, appreciate some of the, like, there's CG horseshit everywhere, but, like, some of the practical makeuping and stuff, on times. I kind of like the moss zombies. I don't know. They're like someone, like, is slathered up, they got slathered up in, like, paste or something and, like, rolled into, like, a big tub of, like, the Spanish moss they sell at, like, a Michael's Arts and Crafts. But, like the scene after the one I just described is like it's a mace wielding zombie man. He has basically no makeup on. He's just got like a flannel shirt, but they have like a red light shining on his face to make him look evil, and he's basically doing like the Monty Python like horseless King Arthur trot like down through the field. It's so fucking awesome. I loved it. This movie rules. This movie rules. Like, actually, this would be like, I would like to have a copy of this if there was a bad movie night, like, and we were taking suggestions. Like, I would put this up for a nomination. I think it's that good of a time. It's so bad. It's so bad. And like, I don't know what it is. Maybe I was just in a very good mood when I was watching this, even though I had to, again, I could have been watching pre-run. So I came in with like a kind of just sourpuss kind of foul mood. Fuck, I gotta watch this. It's an hour and a half. It's 90 minutes. And I still had that good of a time. I don't know what to say. I don't know if I'm like being broken down little by little, the show. Like, I don't be careful either, when fighting monsters. Like, when you look into the abyss, like you might become a monster yourself or whatever.
The darkness looks at you back sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it was something Nietzschean, whatever he had to say about this situation.
I don't know what's up, bud, but I'm worried about you.
The fact that I liked Mummy 3 as much as I did was like that was a red flag.
That was the first one, yeah. So speaking of this 6-minute sequence, at a certain point, they stop shooting the zombies and just start hitting them.
Yeah.
Like, I think Liberty only shoots like 5 or 6 bullets, and then it's just because she's Asian, she knows karate. Like,
yeah.
They
make it inside that house though. I think it's like, I don't know. Oh no, I wrote this down. 51 minutes into the movie, we actually end up in the House of the Dead. Like, we were briefly there earlier, but like now we're actually like in the house. Right. The House of the Dead. So it took a little while, but we got there. I like that, it's fucking chaos outside, zombies everywhere. They can't fend them off. They go into the house. Rudy like lightly props up like an old battered door against the window, and then they drop like the bolt on the front door and then just dead silence. Like, nobody tries to get in. We hang out in the house for like a good 10 or 15 minutes. We've got time for both couples to do some smooching in front of the windows, I might add. The uncovered, like, unboarded windows in the home. Like, nothing's trying to get inside. Nothing's happening outside. Just safe and secure.
Well, they do mention why, kind of.
Oh, do they? Oh, what did they say?
Remember, the zombies collect all of the bodies.
Oh, are they busy doing that?
Yeah, I guess.
But, like, they pursued, like, they got all these fresh humans. You know, they got the numbers. I don't know, man. Yeah, no, I don't know either. I don't know either. Yeah, that's when Casper, like, she gets her legs hacked off trying to get inside. She's gone. And then Kirk is fucked up. And he goes out.
Lights a stick of dynamite and goes out like a champ.
Yeah, we got like a couple self-sacrifices back to back. Like, he blows himself up with dynamite. Then you have Simon, who, like, also, they find gunpowder.
Yep.
Like, stashed away in the storehouse, and, like, he blows himself up to let the others escape. We end up with a couple. We end up with Alicia and Rudy.
Yeah.
Right? And then they find Greg. Greg's alive. And he's like all outfitted, like he looks like
he's all musketeer-y.
Yeah, he's got a sword. Like, what's going on here? And he motions for them to follow. They're like, they find these smuggling tunnels. They think they're going to get out off the island that way. And then, fucking, whoa. If the camera work and the badass action wasn't enough, fucking twist. That's not Greg. That's not Greg. He's just wearing Greg's face. He pulls it off. It's his skin. It's the bad guy that we've been seeing. I don't remember his name. I was hoping you'd jump in.
I think it's Castillo.
Okay. It's Castillo. It's fucking Castillo. He's got them. He's ready to take their body parts. But they get away.
Yeah, this entire thing has just been a several, in Simon's eyes, millennia long attempt to make one dude immortal.
Yeah. And he almost did it. Almost. They do manage to kill Alicia before it's all said and done, but Rudy survives. Like, he hacks off Castillo's head, but he's still getting strangled. And then, like, with her dying breath, Alicia squishes that head. Pretty gory. And then she dies. But then they bring it all together, right? Because then the helicopter lands, and who's getting out? It's fucking G, and I don't remember. And it's the guys from the game. It's the guys from the game. It's the what are they called? What's the thing? What's the government agency that's here? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Oh man, this is your job. I remember the United States Marine Patrol. I thought you would handle the other one.
Nope.
They're the agents from the video game, and they're here to, like, I don't know, clean up. And who comes out? Rudy and what? And alive Alicia?
Nah, kinda.
She survived? Oh no. Then the voiceover at the end reveals he's used the evil, eldritch scientific breakthroughs that he discovered on the island to bring Alicia back. And what's going to happen next? We pan over a city skyline. Is this the end? Or is it the beginning? Cut to credits. Sequel on the way.
Sequel did get released with a different director. Straight to video.
I don't acknowledge that one. Here's the only one I acknowledge because, and I'm sorry if you have this for trivia. Do you know the news on this movie?
That Uwe Boll is trying to go back to the House of the Dead Island?
Yes. In December 2025, it was revealed that Boll had plans to make a direct sequel to the original 2003 film titled 23 Years Later, Return to Zombie Island, with the intent of also reuniting the original cast, which...
They're all fucking dead, Uwe Boll.
They're all dead. Unless they all come back as zombies. I looked at that title, and I was like, that's a very weird year. That's a very weird choice. 23 years later. And then I realized in the right font, and I am going to be astonished if it's not what I'm envisioning. They're gonna graphically design that 23 to look as much like an 8 as possible.
Oh.
28 years later. Like, that's what they're going for, right? That's my guess. Like, they want someone to, like, walk past that on a shelf and, like, oh, they made another one, and just grab it without thought. Like, that's my
like when
theory.
you're at a store and you see a movie that's called Transmorphers, and you're like, oh yeah,
it's a Transmorpher situation. Grandma picks it up, you know, like, oh, I think the kids will enjoy this. They like those Transmorphonauts. Yeah, I think that's what he's going for. I can't see any other reason to pick 23. Unless he's just got a break in his hectic schedule of making art, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
he is an opening.
He is an artiste above all else.
Yeah. I'm going to be there. We're going to be there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you in the moment, we're signing up for this one. We're going to make this Uwe Boll trilogy a quadrilogy at the very least.
Christ. Yeah. I don't. Do you want some trivia?
Yes, you teased. I gotta know. How did they pull off these amazing effects? How did they achieve that very memorable camera work? Like, to the point where I was like so invested, so affected by it, I felt nauseous, actual nauseation.
So we're gonna go ahead and put a camera directly in front of my face, and I'm gonna run you over to a corner.
And I'm going to jump into the air, and you're going to just rotate around me like wildly for like 10 seconds. And then I'm going to land. I'm going to flip in through the window and land in the corner right next to you. Fucking let's go.
I know stuff. All right. Welcome to Bo's Trivia Corner. I don't want to tell you about the camera thing yet because it's a real big bummer.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it's a big bummer. So I'm going to start with some that are a little more fun. The reviews for this movie were so bad that Danish cinemas they would not show it. So you remember when old boy falls on the dock and gets a nail stuck through his hand?
Yeah.
They had to add...
never comes up again.
Yeah, they had to add that scene in because he burned 30% of his hand on the second day of shooting. So they had to add that scene later on to explain why he had bandages on his hand through the rest of the movie.
That makes a lot of sense. I was wondering, like, why did we do that and then just not deal with the consequences? And okay, it's just that kind of movie, but that's what's going on. Holy shit! What happened? What did he burn it on?
It doesn't say.
Damn. Are you telling me that like not everything, like not all the effects on an Uwe Boll set are like above board? Like they're not taking proper safety precautions? Because I
can't believe it either.
That. Yeah.
I think OSHA's probably there on site, just making sure everything's all on the up and up.
Yeah, I would think.
I've got two about Uwe himself.
Oh boy.
When Rudy talks to Alicia about Casper's death, an electric light is on, even though the house was built and furnished before the light bulb was invented. Uwe Boll himself pointed this out in the commentary.
Uwe Boll is that kid next to you in class who farts, and like, you know, you fart in that situation, like you either double down on it or like meekly sort of just blame it on someone else. And he's like, yeah, I farted. What are you going to say about it?
No, it's, for me, it's imagining you're watching like Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
With Quentin Tarantino, and all of a sudden he's like, oh yeah, you see right there? That was a real big fuck up. Yep, I should not have done that. Huh. I guess I just didn't edit well enough.
It's the Wachowski siblings like, hey, you see where you can see the camera in the doorknob shot? Like you can actually, if you look, let's pause right here. Like you can see the camera there. It's reflecting.
Yeah. Whoops.
You see it? Whoops. We didn't know how to get around that.
Oopsie. There is actually a director's cut of this movie. of a sort.
I saw reference to this in the IMDb reviews.
It doesn't include any deleted footage at all. Instead, before the movie plays, Uwe Boll, playing himself, is kidnapped and strapped to a chair, and his kidnappers force him to watch this film as a form of torture.
What? Uwe Boll's funny games? Just what the hell? Like,
dude, the self-aware, just so funny.
Do you think maybe the reason I responded to this? Hold on, I just real quick. This is 2003. What year was Alone in the Dark? Because this was his first video game adaptation, right?
Yes.
Okay, Alone in the Dark movie, 2005. Blood Rain, also 2005. Holy shit, he released both of those in the same year? Prolific.
busy
boy. Seeing, like,
oh God.
Are we seeing like the last vestiges of a man's shame, like on display? Like, he still believed he could craft something of artistic merit when he made this, but on a certain level, he realized what he had produced, and he was, I don't know, like, this is his like conscience poking through or something. Like, he's undercutting it with like that scene you just described and like in the commentary before he just fully like gave up and went full in on dog shit.
What blows my mind is the fact that we have seen 2 of his other films. And this is the best one. And this is one that he sat himself down for and considered torture.
Yeah. But again, like what happened in the next 2 years to make him give up on the idea? Or like being like self-critical? Because like then we get the Uwe Boll like that we have, again, if you haven't listened to our first deep dive on Uwe Boll, check out, what did we do first? Blood Rain? That was the first one?
It was definitely Blood Rain. Yeah.
Blood Rain, right? That's the one where we went through like his letterboxd and explored Uwe Boll the man. He went full on that aspect of himself. Like, he gave into all of his worst impulses and ideas. But maybe here we have someone who's like kind of like more tortured about what he's making, you know? Like, on a certain level, he recognizes it.
This is Oppenheimer seeing the bomb. Yeah.
Sometimes artists kind of like, they tell on themselves a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, that's very interesting. Can't believe I didn't watch that version. I watched this for free on Tubi. I don't know what you did. Please tell me you didn't spend money.
No, Amazon Prime. It's on Prime Video.
Did you have to watch any commercial breaks?
Yeah, like 2.
Okay. I mean, I got those on Tubi. Way more than 2. What am I saying? I said I would purchase this. I said I would like to own this movie.
I am going to find the DVD copy of it with the commentary because I'm kind of curious.
Yeah.
So I saved the last one about the crazy camera thing. This is the last film to use the turntable technique for 360-degree shots.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. The risk of actors being hurt or killed by the fast-moving cameras was too high.
Holy shit.
This method killed people, and he uses it a lot.
The fact that we got through this with only Simon burning his hand, I guess, is kind of a miracle.
Yeah. I mean, Rudy burning his hand, but whatever.
Grimonudy. Grimonudy? Grimonudy. Grimonudy. Dr. Grimonudy.
Yeah.
Dr. Grimonudy.
Anyway, like there were a couple other, like, Erica Durance said something about like a nude scene being less invasive than having an emotional sort of character to play.
Mm-hmm.
But that's most of it. Everything else was just kind of about the screenwriter's screenplay being trashed and all sorts of stuff.
I can't I can't fathom, like, I'm unable to conjure up the concept of a good take on House of the Dead. I don't know what it would be. There's nothing, like, there's no way to do it well and, like, have it any way resemble the source material, because it's just so stupid. Even as a kid, I remember, like, I am Mr. Goldman, ha ha ha. Prepare for the final battle. Like, it's just really bad, like, acting and dialogue and just stupidity, and, like, I didn't care. I'm just here to shoot the gun at the monsters, right?
There is a way to do it and make it a rescue mission. Like, almost do a Resident Evil Raccoon City situation, because that's kind of how it feels like in the game. Like, you're walking into an entire township that has been kind of overrun by the undead.
Yeah.
But it's been done differently and better in other video games and movies. So why try it again? You know?
That's the other thing, too. Like, at this point, like, now in 2026, I have so little interest in seeing any new take on zombies, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if someone whose taste I respect says, like, hey, check this one out, it's worth your time, they really take it in an interesting new direction that we haven't seen before. Aside from that, like, man, I've been over zombies for like a couple decades. Like, I'm good. It's despite loving Resident Evil. But I mean, in the game space, it's a little different. But like, yeah, man, to the earlier point of, like, I have no interest in trying to figure out the lore of these zombies. Like, I immediately feel myself just, like, lose interest immediately in, like, anything zombie adjacent most of the time. It's like, is there a way to do it? Maybe. I don't know. Do I want to see it? Not particularly.
Yeah, those stories are kind of told, right? Like, we had 13 seasons of The Walking Dead.
Yeah, I mean, there's always a way to approach something in a new way, and you never know, like, through the lens of, like, the current zeitgeist, we can sort of reinterpret something to make it newly relevant, and I'm always, like, open to that. But I think it's just because, like, we've been so inundated with zombie shit for, like, I mean, since the, like, early aughts, really, you know? Like, just,
I mean, even before
constant.
that, I was going to say,
I mean,
I was going to say
around.
mid-90s.
Yeah, maybe. I remember, like, in the aughts specifically, like, there was just so much, like, I remember, like, going to, I don't know, like, as a kid, like, going to Christmas at my grandparents' house and getting, like, a book like The Tao of Zombie from one of my aunts that's just, like, you know, obviously saw this on, like, the end cap at the Borders, and just like, hey,
right.
Look, it's zombies. You know, Brandon likes zombies, I'll get him a zombie thing. And just, like, the fact that book exists, The Tao of Zombie, like, you know, just every kind of, like, pop cultural anything, or just, like, a way to, like, shoehorn a zombie into a thing. Pride and Prejudice in zombies, or whatever it is, like, just so unrelenting in its saturation in the culture, you know, that, like, it's enough to just drive even a fan of the genre, like, away from it.
That's fair.
It gets to be too much, right? Even when there are good experiences to be had. But yeah. But hey, that's my review of zombies as a concept in 2026. What about if we got back to reviews of
I'm so
House
excited.
of the Dead in 2003? I thought of this one as a slow submerging into, like, our character's collective propensity for trying to get into the water for God knows what reason. I guess Simon sort of makes sense. He's trying to get to the boat. I still don't know why Liberty gets in the water. I have no idea. She sees there are zombies all in the water, and she sees Simon about to get fucking wrecked, and she dives into the water for God knows what reason. And barely gets saved by Captain Kirk with his, you know, sniper setup. I don't know. I don't know why she starts swimming.
It's the only bad mistake she makes in the movie, really. Like,
yeah, otherwise she's pretty cool. I think she's my favorite character.
Mine too.
Now Captain Kirk. But in terms of, like, the Ravies?
Yeah. Yeah, the Ravies.
Yes, the Ravies. Okay, we're going to start at the top, and we're going to go steadily downwards. You and I have both studied writing, you know, in English, and, you know, you learn about the sandwich, like when you're critiquing a peer's work and you're workshopping something, you start with a positive, you put your critique in more like maybe critical aspects and commentary in the middle, and then you end with another positive to make them more receptive to your criticism. You know, you sandwich it between good comments. Consider this an open-faced Sammy. We don't end on a high. We're just
going all the way down, baby.
Good, and we're just going to pile this shit on and get worse as we go. Here's a 10 out of 10 from Javo Agale. March 19th, 2016. Better than given credit for. I want to tell you why this is a pretty kick-ass movie. First off, let's consider what the bare minimum we should expect out of an entertaining horror movie. 1, blood. 2, boobs. 3, beasts. And this movie has all 3 in spades. The action scenes are hyper-stylized, yet original and interesting. The zombie effects are reminiscent of Lucio Fulci's Zombie. Plus, they are practical effects, a super bonus considering many films, even those made in 2002, were relying far too heavily on cheap CGI effects. Hey, bud, they're here too. I will offer that some of the acting is pretty ridiculous at best, but some performances, including Clint Howard's, are truly genre classic. Avoiding all story spoilers, as I think this film should be experienced in the purest way possible. I would like to point out, overall, the story moves at a brisk pace and never tests the audience and their patience. This film offers a lot for horror fans, and whatever your previous opinion of this film is, or if you haven't seen it yet, I implore you to watch it again / the first time with an open mind and a youthful enthusiasm for the strange and fantastic. Like that last sentence is a little Roger Ebert coded for when he enjoys. That's like his take on like Mummy 3 or like Van Helsing or something, you know? So question. Do you think the 3 things you need for a successful horror movie are blood, beasts, and boobs? No, sorry, blood, boobs, and beasts. Let's not mess up the hierarchy here in the order of priorities. Is it? According to Javo Gale, yeah. Blood, then boobs, then beasts. Okay, I guess in that order then. No, I don't think you need any of those things. I can think of plenty of compelling horror films that have no blood on screen, have no boobs, and don't have any beasts, you know? Some get by with 1 out of the 3 or 2 out of the 3. Some get by with all 3 and give you a great time. But I don't think any of them are necessary. Huh. Okay, let's keep going. What about, yeah, I mean, do you have any thoughts on that? No, I don't need gore in a film. Not really. I don't either. Yeah. I'm just trying to... The word beasts is, I think, what is throwing me. Well, I mean, I think just monsters, but they were going for alliteration. Like, hey, I got blood and boobs. Bad guys, baddies, beasts. Beasts work. Maybe? Blood, boobs, Battlestar Galactica. Yes. Bears, beats, boobs. Here's a 10 out of 10 from I'm the Slayer, March 21st, 2006. Low budget and just crazy. Oh, here it is. This movie was a brilliant waste of $7 million. Maybe spreading misinformation, I don't know. But here's where I got mine. This movie was a brilliant waste of $7 million, but for fans of strange, low-budget movies, this is good. The action scenes seem like a music video, and it's quite strange that all the characters are brilliant with a gun. The movie has many cliches, and the sets and camera work look awful, considering they spent less on its sequel, which looked better. Do we need to watch House of the Dead 2? Honestly, curious now. Yeah, kinda. The movie is directed by Uwe Boll, so it was expected that it would be a strange affair, but this movie is far more than that. It is an entertaining video game adaptation with some Uwe Boll trademarks. The movie seems quite action-oriented, but to save on money, they played clips of the video game too. I think I pulled this for that last comment. That saves money? How? How does that save money? I wanted to get your thoughts, because it's not like they're taking full scenes and just like deferring to video game, you know, like scenes from the video game to like stand in for them. Like they're still filming all of the full-on action sequences and then like dropping in, again, like little second cuts of like someone shooting a zombie in House of the Dead to like remind you of the better House of the Dead experience you could be having. Give a little color and texture.
How
but
does
I do
that
like the
save
idea
money?
I do like the idea of watching the film. Like, it was pretty good, but man, they just cut one too many corners. Like, they just kept like trying to save money by dropping in video game scenes in place of the live action scenes and thinking we wouldn't notice, but I was paying attention. Like, I saw what they did there.
So, a trivia I left off.
Dreamcast.
There are 32 video clips from the original game.
Okay.
26 of them appear during the 10-minute battle in front of the house.
Yeah, okay.
The remaining 6 are used as transitions early on. So no smash cuts, just a quick image of a moss zombie getting murked.
Yeah, or judgment to make you think that the, again, regular-ass human zombie flipping through the window is the big armored behemoth with the flying gremlin.
Yep.
Yep. So to that point, great movie, 10 out of 10 from John's Juggalette for Life, February 7th, 2004. Personally, I enjoyed this story, but it sort of reminded me of House of a Thousand Corpses and Wrong Turn. Wrong Turn, because of the creatures there, sort of resembled them, and A House of a Thousand Corpses because of the Dr. Monster guy in a dark locked room in some place.
Huh.
Do you remember that part where they got to like that some place?
That place. Someplace.
It reminded me of that other movie that also took place in a place. It was dark. It was someplace. Here's Jacob John Taylor 1. Have we read a review from you before? I'm just realizing as I read this username now, that sounds familiar, but it also like...
That's John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Well, I remember like reading this before and thinking like John Jacob Taylor number 1, you know, like I think we've been like, do we have another Troken Mariel situation? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if this is a recurring character or not. Let's give Jacob John Taylor the returning guest treatment. Respect.
Yeah, sounds good.
And friend of the show. And if you haven't been here before, new friend of the show. Writing on June 16th, 2017. 10 out of 10. 2, what is with people? Why do people not like this movie? It is not a 2. It is a 10. This is a great movie. It is very scary. It has a lot of action. It has great acting. It has a great storyline. It also has great special effects. This is scarier than The Shining, and that is not easy to do. Ona Grauer is a great actress. Uwe Boll is a much better director than people give him credit for. This is one of the best horror films of all time. It is very scary. Uwe Boll is a great director. Jonathan Cherry do such a good job in this movie. Mark A. Altman made such an effort. Everyone who worked on this film made such an effort, and all people care about is crap like The Silence of the Lambs or Saw or Hannibal. This is a very scary movie. And those movie that people think are so scary are not. I feel like we have like maybe the surviving subject of like an MK Ultra situation. Like they just like the triggering sentence is, it is very scary. Would you kindly praise Uwe Boll? That or like someone who, I don't know. Like there's some mental conditioning going on here, I think.
Huh.
I also like at some point it just descends into like, well, I'm just going to list cast and crew. Made such a good effort. It's like me as a teacher, like, okay, you're just one of those students like, oh, this thing you just turned in. This is bad. This is very bad. Where do we begin? But you don't want to break their spirit and you want to like teach them the skills that they need and you want to praise the effort that obviously went into it. So you made such an effort. Let's start there. You made such an effort. I can tell. And I appreciate that.
It's a positivity sandwich in a review form. Yeah.
Yes. This one's from Snooth. February 23rd, 2004. 6 out of 10. Let's drop it down a little bit. Go to the mid zone.
Yeah.
If you want a socialist, realistic zombie movie, I would not advise investing money in this movie. This might not be the best movie ever written or directed, but it is entertaining. The script is bad, that's for sure. Look, I found this book. It's old. Maybe it can help us. But the bad script actually provides more entertainment because of the obvious fact that the movie isn't to be taken serious. Therefore, it seems rather misplaced to give the movie a bad review on that account. Instead, it might be reasonable to give it credit for actually following the concept of the game from which it has emerged. Pure, non-intellectual, mindless action with no purpose whatsoever but to 1. Kill monsters, 2. Collect ammo, 3. Kill more monsters. I believe you mean 1. Blood, 2. Boobs.
Boobs.
3. Beasts. I mean, actually, 3. Kill more monsters. That's beasts. This is by a long shot not the best movie I've ever seen, but it gave me 1.5 hours of entertainment, which was what I expected from it. In short, if you want a socialist, realistic zombie movie, I would not advise investing money in this movie. This is mindless zombie action with no other meaning but action in itself, and it works. 6 out of 10. I did love the socialist subtext.
Yeah, I was wondering where that came into play.
My take is that zombies is just a metaphor for the power of collective action, like collective action, like and collective bargaining.
Yeah,
you know?
I like that.
Like you've got like the 7 protagonists, and the movie sort of like frames them as like your heroes, but in the same way that like the dense propaganda, the capitalist propaganda, and like capital owned media present like billionaires like Elon Musk and just like general like those elites, the elite class, as like the heroes of society, those who like lift us all up, right, through their benevolence and generosity and forward-thinking vision. It places them as the protagonist, and us as like the mindless zombie hordes, when really like if we were to just simply realize our collective potential and take them on, we could drive them into the house of the dead. And
no,
not feeling this.
Okay, what I was thinking. Hang on. What if the reason they went back to get all those bodies in front of the house, and the reason the main bad guy looked real rough and he needed new bodies, maybe all the other zombies had unionized?
Oh, see, I thought you were about to say that you took it as a metaphor for fascism.
Fuck. You beat me to it, actually.
I was kind of curious what they meant. They obviously don't mean socialist by any definition that I understand.
What he actually said was, if you're looking for a socialist and realistic zombie movie, this isn't it. So this is an anti-socialist zombie movie.
Maybe not necessarily. It just doesn't reflect like a left-leaning political point of view. So like if you like your horror films to reflect your politics and you're on the left, don't go
this
for this
isn't
one.
Gonna do it for you.
Found. Yeah. Actually, that's fair. That's correct. Okay, good review.
Everyone knows the lefts would never use the phrase humpity bumpity.
Yeah, this woke left, they won't allow us to keep using phrases like humpity bumpity.
Humpity bumpity. Well, yeah.
Here we go. I just said it a couple of times. Cancel this. Here's one from I Watch Everything, November 1st, 2003. 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. Title: Needs a lower score. Spoilers.
You could give it one. You could do that.
But just wait, hang on. I can't believe this movie is still at a 3-star rating when I wrote this. Have some people gone crazy? Spoilers inside. You gave it a 4. And you're complaining about its average of a 3. You have the power. You need socialist zombie cinema. You need to realize that collectively we can affect the average on IMDb. We have the power. You just have to do your little part. Give it a 1. Give it a 2 if you feel uncomfortable going that low. And together, we can affect change. This movie is a piece of crap. There are so many flaws that I cannot name them all. What was with putting snapshots of the real game throughout the film? Also, when they are fighting zombies to get to the house, a few of them have some shots close up and then do some camera work around them. But while doing this, their weapons change and then go back to what they were carrying, which proves the shots were, of course, taken at different times and not flowing. If you like boobs, this is a good movie. Couldn't get through it. Because for the first 20 minutes... God damn it. Blood, boobs, Battlestar Galactica.
Beasts.
Because for the first 20 minutes, that's all there is. The acting was not good at all, and I don't even know if I could give it a B movie rating on that. No, don't get... What are you talking about bees for? Stop with the bees. You F.
Bees, beasts, boobs, blood.
Bees, 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 and bees. I hate this movie and will not watch it again. They even set it up for a sequel, but why? Nothing can save this movie.
Cool. That's a good 4 you used there, my guy.
3 out of 10. Not the typical Sega Hot D game. Yes, I know what Hot D stands for. I'm making a choice here. I'm like Uwe Boll. I pointed out so you can't point it out to me, what I just said. Described small. December 22nd, 20,000.
Leagues Under the Sea.
This review has been here for millennia.
Centuries.
2024. Recent. I don't mean any harsh commentary, but this film is such a disappointment for House of the Dead game. It is different from the game. They only add these game clips, but it does not really help the plot itself. Literally far from the game's storyline. There are so many failed reasons why this film is a flop, and enemies are not even accurate as depicted from the game itself. I don't even know why the film sets it on an island, but not anymore after knowing that is Curian, and I guess it's his background, I guess. I really don't know. Who cares? Who cares with that island setting? Acting did not satisfy me, though. Just failed adaptation we got here.
Yeah.
Just wanted to highlight the one person I found who cared that the story did not stick to the source material.
But like you said, how could it really?
Why would it? I just want to read the title of this one, a 1 out of 10 from Dunmore Ego. August 23rd, 2005, Gilligan's Island meets Shaun of the Dead. Which, yeah, I guess.
Sure.
I don't know. I do like that as like maybe like why didn't they go with that marketing, you know? Like the center of the Venn diagram of like Gilligan's Island fans and like fans of Edgar Wright's work, you know? And they're just like, that's a big center of those two circles. And then we just need to capture that audience, but we didn't market to them in the correct way.
I thought Shaun of the Dead didn't come out until like 2005.
You're probably right. Gilligan's Island meets Shaun of the Dead meets Back to the Future.
What?
Time travel. Time traveling review.
Or
I was like Interstellar. Yeah, there's no reason you should have
Jesus
gotten
Christ, dude.
Let's move on.
I was honestly like, what about this movie gives you Back to the Future?
Okay, well, here's what my take. And buckle in because it still involves a socialist reading of the film. Maybe go over to the Patreon for that. We're already running long. Okay. Here's the final one. Final. Because I feel like, why did I spend however many minutes just reading all those? This sums it up best. This is from Kaiman Balubo, April 29th, 2020. 1 out of 10. Worst movie of zombies. Spoilers. No, dude. This is the worst movie of zombies. Everything is bad.
Perfect.
I mean,
succinct.
Why? You said everything you need to say.
Yeah, that was perfect. I loved it.
Everything is bad.
Everything is bad.
Just a quick addendum. I think everything is badass. It's still bad. Emphasis on the bad, but I'm going to take a quick little, just a light. Actually, for
Tweak
B.
Tweak it.
Blood, boobs, beasts, a little bit of butt. A little butt. It's a bad butt situation.
And bees.
Bad. And bees. Bees. Yeah. Buzz. Boll.
Oh, Christ. Oh, Boll. There's our 7th B.
Blood, boobs, beasts, butts, Boll.
Yep.
We should probably end the show now.
Butt rock. Yeah.
Butt rock. Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening. Housekeeping stuff, you can find us at sourcenotfoundpod@gmail.com. Drop us a line about your favorite UA Bowl thing. if you want, I guess. We are on the socials, Facebook for now, Instagram, Blue Sky, and Patreon. You should come by and check out our Patreon. We're also on YouTube, where Brandon posts any of his video game playthroughs of games we cover on the podcast, and also full audio backlog uploaded there as well. Brandon, what do you plan on Twitch, my guy?
We're at the end of January. It's been a very long Jank-uary. It's been a great month playing nothing but janky games. Thank you to all the official Twitch organizers of Jankuary. It was very fun. I met a lot of very cool fellow streamers streaming Jank this month, and we played some real shit. It was a good time. As you're listening to this, there's a couple days left of Jankin, so come on by. I'd love to have you. Twitch.tv/LeJuneBug. Maybe you're going to catch some of the live-action FMV game Fox Hunt on the PlayStation 1 starring Rob Lowe, playing 12 different versions of himself, different clones. There's an amazing scene where you have
oh my god,
all these
so wait, does Rob Lowe clump? You know,
what?
the Nutty Professor, where Eddie Murphy plays all of the characters?
Kind of. They're all versions of himself, but they're all very, he's doing some wild cartoonish acting choices. You're all on a plane together and you all jump out of the plane, and then you have a scene of being from the perspective of someone shooting various Robs Lowe. I think we pluralize him like attorneys general. Different Robs Lowe out of the sky as he's trying to drop anvils on your head like you're a fucking Looney Tune. And they're all doing various and some more regrettable than others of accents and voices. They're all different. They're all Rob Lowe, and they're all skydiving with you, and you have to kill all of them as you descend at a high speed. That is a fucking game. Brought to you by Capcom. I'm surprised.
Awesome.
I mean, RE9's making a comeback. I don't know why people aren't talking about or clamoring for a Fox Hunt revival, but I'm leading the charge. Yeah, it's been we've had some experience this month. So love to have you. Come on by. And thank you to anyone who hangs out with me on Twitch. And doubly thanks, eternal thanks to our patrons who support us here. Thank you so much to Frederick Viberg Vorhog, 13th Horseman, Joey Bishop, Susie Daggs, and Jacob Spindell.
Friendship.
And that's that, I think, our revisit of the Boll Pit. Is that what we should call it?
Boll Pit. That's good. Yeah.
It's not bad.
I like it.
It's not bad.
I'm signing off on that. I co-sign that.
So I think the only thing I can say here is don't forget to check your toilets for Greg, because he did get stuck in one.
I'm gonna say don't check your toilets. Check your toilets. Don't check them. Fucked it up. Check it for Black Tiger. Black Tiger. Oh, hold on. Blood, boobs, beasts, butts, Boll, Black Tiger, the rapper who brought us
that song.
Bringer of the Bee, bringer of the vengeance in the house of the dead, coming at you hard, trigger fingers, relentless.
I've got one more.
Yeah.
Bumpity. I-N.
God damn it.
Humpy. Humpity? Humpity? Humpity bumpity?
The humpity bumpity.
The humpity bumpity.
The humpity bumpity. I think, yeah.
Socialists can't say humpity bumpity. Apparently.
Stay socialist. Stay not saying humpity bumpity.
Make sure I've got this.
Yeah.
Beasts, boobs, blood, bees, Boll, Black Tiger, bumpity, parenthetical, humpity, close parenthetical.
Okay. Yeah. Here's one. Bye.